What's up, Raiders? Bionic here. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video where we are going to talk about Mino 15, but more importantly, the 800 gems for all masteries. I've talked about this before, but yesterday, yet again, I had that question on stream. So I figure perhaps some of you guys still don't know this because it is quite important to understand exactly just how many gems or resources are you wasting when you are doing or paying for that convenience. And I think that's the big problem, is that a lot of us are perhaps in a hurry, and then some of you guys would say, like, I'm going to spend the 800 gems and then I can do something else. Yeah, but the thing is that you're wasting a lot, okay? So what you see right here is a 4-man team plus the guy that's getting the masteries in Minotaur 15 right now. It's not the best team that I have. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. And so, like, the best time that I can get out of this is usually about 35 seconds to 40 seconds if I put my best team in there. But for the purpose of this video, I just threw on whatever champions I had lying around. And as you see, there are 4,152 XP on this one guy. And that is what I want to focus on today, is that when you're doing this on 4-man, you're getting a little bit of experience. It's still not quite that much. But what if you can make it to like a 3-man team, eventually a 2-man team, and then eventually a 1-man team? So I mean, like, a one person doing the work, all the damage, and then one person getting all mastery. So it's in fact a 2-man team, but it's literally just one champion taking care of everything, right? Just how much experience are you getting on that one champion that is getting the masteries at the same time, okay? So like I said, I presented that about 7 months ago, the true cost of 800 gems for all masteries. And slightly before that, I had already talked about soloing Minotaur 15. I pulled it off with a Crimson Helm last year. Literally a year ago, okay, on this one. But now I've reached a point where I can do it with a different champion. It's not necessarily faster, but it's that I can use that champion elsewhere. I don't have to swap gear around, and like, I have a lot of extra gear now. Back then, I didn't have a lot. I literally put the best gear I had on my Crimson Helm to pull this off. But now I'm finally at a point where I can do it literally solo. Okay, so this is the chart that I had used. I'm going to quickly walk you guys over. I know there's a lot of information. It looks maybe a little bit complicated, but it is not. All I did was that I took like 3 different tries of me trying to do all of the masteries as quickly as possible. I say quickly, like one of them was 2 days, one of them was 1.5 days, one of them was 8 hours, and eventually I came up with my best case scenario, which would be about 4 hours, okay, of non-stop just doing masteries with the fastest team that I have, a 5-man team, literally just trying to power through that. I also assumed a little bit of like different sort of like starting energy points. Let's say I had a lot of energy saved up from like events or whatever, or in this case I had a little bit less. In this case, I'm saying I only have full energy, my 2 daily refills, and then I'm using those 8 hours that it's going to take me to do it as regeneration energy at the same time. And then in this case, I'm saying my best case scenario is that I'm starting with full energy, and then I only have 4 hours to do, and so I'm only getting a little bit more energy through those 4 hours, but then I have to pay all the extra refills, which gives me like the worst case scenario of doing this manually with a 5-man team of 15 refills or 600 gems. It's not that bad, okay? So what we're really comparing right off the bat is 600 gems for 4 hours of work compared to 800 gems for instant, okay? So that is what you see down here. But it's a little bit worse than that, because in fact, you're not paying just 800 gems. I'm explaining in this column right here that you then have to spend more refill or more gems on refills to get to level 36.5, because that's the amount of experience you generate from doing that champion at level 1 rank 6 in Minotaur 15 with a full man team and not double XP, okay? So that's basically all I'm explaining right here. But today what I added was these 2 little specifications here, which is the 4-man team plus the 1 guy, which is getting the masteries, okay? I'm getting roughly 316,000 energy, okay? And that equates to level 36.5. Now though, if you get it to a 1-man team and you use double XP, I'm getting 1.59 million XP. That's level 56. So I'm gaining 56 levels on top of only using 600 gems, all right, to level the guy at the same time, get all the silver and do all the masteries, okay? So then how much energy would you have to spend to get that same champion to level 56 in the brutal campaign? It would be about 1,500 extra energy. All right, so it gets a lot worse because you end up paying quite more. So what you see at the bottom down here, that's basically what I'm saying. It's like worst case scenario, it's going to take me 8 hours to do this because my one champion is now slower. I'm not doing this in 35 seconds. It's taking me about 2 minutes per run. Okay, so what I'm going to be gaining is in fact a little bit more energy in terms of regeneration. So instead of being 600 gem cost, it's only going to be about 570 gems compared to the 890 gems that I would typically use as comparison. So I'm in fact having a difference of almost 320 gems simply for taking my time and doing this across a period of 8 hours compared to doing it instantly. Okay, so that's the big message here today, guys. It's that you know, use that convenience once in a while, perhaps early in the beginning, and if eventually you can get to a one-man team double XP, you're in fact getting 10,380 energy per run for that one champion that's being leveled. And what does that look like for me right now? I was working on the Phoenix because, you know, I got owned by Scratch, who used the Phoenix. He was actually on my list of champions to work on. But like, I'm not even done right now on this guy. Okay, and you see he's level 51 right now. He has no gear on. I can show you guys with the stats real quick. Okay, so no gear, just literally this guy, and I'm now using the Martyr to pull this off. So we're gonna go through a run real quick. It's, you know, nothing fancy, nothing special, but it's just to show you guys sort of like the benefit of reaching that point on your account. Okay, some of you guys might argue that, you know, well, then if you can do it faster, you can then spend your time to do something else. Yeah, maybe. But what I'm trying to do is to be slightly more efficient with my resources. Okay, so I literally never spent 800 gems for all masteries. It came way after my time. By then, my first like 5-6 champions rank 60 were all done manually, right? Because we didn't have that last year. And so like I try to consider it every now and then, but I'm like, you know what? 8 hours compared to instant for the amount of gems that I'm saving, plus the amount of experience that I'm generating on this guy that I don't have to re-spend on this guy yet again. It's just not worth it, man. I'm gonna say, but I really don't think it is worth it. Hopefully this is the definitive proof, right, that it is better for you guys to do this manually. And I get it, you're not at a one-man team yet. Even at a 3-man team, I can show you guys, it's still about 6,920 XP for that champion, okay, with 2 plus him. All right, 2 plus that one champion on double XP. This is important, keep that in mind. 3-man, so that's him, 3 plus 1, you're in fact getting 5,190 energy. And then if it's 4 plus that one champion, it's 4,152 energy. Just as a point of reference, you get 8,652 XP from the brutal campaign for a 4-man team, your farmer plus 3 food. Okay, so like at this point, it's almost comparable between a 2-man and the brutal campaign. But as soon as you hit this 1-man team, it's a step above. Okay, so that's the big goal here, guys, is that you can reach this point. See, 1:34 seconds. Sometimes it's a little bit faster depending on the procs or whatever. But like, I find myself doing this quite a lot recently. I don't work a ton on food, and when I do a champion like this for, let's say, Faction Wars or Tag Arena, I'm literally putting my double XP to work on this one champion, trying to power level this guy at the same time while doing the masteries. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I really just wanted to cover that yet again, and I want to know what you guys think. Obviously, did I miss something in my math here? I don't think I did, but it's like I said, it's the difference between spending already all this energy doing the Minotaur and then having to spend energy again to level this champion to 56. You know what I mean? So I think it is much better. Okay, so try to get to this point at some point. Like I said, I pulled it off with a Crimson Helm. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other champions that can solo Minotaur 15, but it is in your best interest to at some point try to pull it off. Anyway, all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you guys later.